This is Sara Hassanin, IELTS instructor. Today's video is about the past continuous tense. We're gonna learn together the form of the past continuous tense, the use of it, and also I will give you some exercises at the end of this video in order to apply the rule. So let me just give you like a sentence in order to show you how to form the past continuous tense. The farmer was working at 6 o'clock yesterday evening. Can you guess how to form the past continuous tense? Yes. In order to form it, all you need is verb to be in the past form plus verb plus ing. So if you're having I, so it will be I was playing. He was playing. She was playing. It was playing. You were playing. We were playing. They were playing. And of course, if I have a singular noun, I will have was, of course. Like my sister was playing, because my sister is like she, right? It's the same as she. Or if I get like a plural noun, so you must get were. Like for example, my two brothers were playing yesterday. This is concerning the form of the past continuous tense in the affirmative form. Then let's move to the form, but in the negative form. It will be I was not playing. You were not playing. We were not playing. They were not playing. He was not playing. She was not playing. It was not playing. In order to make it in the negative form, all what you need to do is to add not to was or were in order to change it from the affirmative form to be a negative form. And of course, I can contract was not to be wasn't, or were not to be weren't. Then how about the question form? In the question form, you have to invert the subject and the verb. So instead of saying I was, you have to say was I playing? Were you playing? Were we playing? Were they playing? Was he playing? Was your son playing yesterday? Then you will actually answer me yes he was or no he wasn't, because if I start a question with verb to be, this is actually a yes or no question. The answer for this type of question is supposed to be yes or no. So if I asked you, was your teacher playing? So you just tell me if your teacher is a female one, so you will tell me yes she was or no she wasn't. Was it playing? Was your cat playing? And the answer is either yes it was or no it wasn't. This is for the yes or no question. And the same way of forming the question, I can use the same way in order to form a WH question. So I might ask you a question like, where were you playing football yesterday? Then you can tell me, I was playing in the club. So for the WH questions, which start with question words like where, what, when, where, why, all these question words, when they come in the beginning of the question, the answer should be like a sentence, okay? It should not include yes or no, never. So again, let me ask you another question. What were you doing yesterday? Then you can tell me, I was playing, I was eating, I was in the gym, whatever. All what you need to do is to answer directly without yes or no. Then let's just move to the next slide, which is the uses. of the past continuous tense. The first use is the long action in the past. When you describe a long action which happened in the past before a specific time and continuing after a specific time. So if I'm talking about 9, yesterday at 9, so I can tell I was eating breakfast at 9 p.m. So as you can see here, the 9-1 here, it's after a specific time in the past, after 8, and it's before the finishing time, which is 10 p.m. I finished eating at 10 p.m. and I started at 8 p.m. But at 9 p.m. I was eating. This is a long action. This refers to the middle of the action. That is the first use of the past continuous tense. Then the next use is the interrupted long action in the past. If you just need to describe a long action in the past which is interrupted by a short action, of course, all you need to do is to use the past continuous one for the long action and the past simple for the short action that interrupts the long action. So, Max was sleeping when you called. Once you called, you interrupted the action of sleeping. Got it? So all you need is to use the past continuous, as I said, and to use the past simple for the sentence which interrupts the long action. Or if you just need to use while in order to express an interruption long action, you can use the past simple before while and the past continuous after while. It's not like when at all, because for when, what I did here is I included the past continuous before when and the past simple after when. Then let's move to the third use of the past continuous tense. The past continuous tense is used to set the scene in a story. We can just use it to describe the scene before the real action starts. And of course, for the real action, all what you need to use is the past simple one. So, for example, the dog was barking. The policeman was running. Suddenly, a man ran towards the policeman. As you can see here, for all the sentences which describe the scene, we need to use the past continuous. But once I start the real action, you have to use the past simple tense. Then the fourth use of the past continuous tense is to describe two continuous actions in the past. For example, while I was calling my friend, my brother was talking to my mother. So here, was calling and was talking are in the past continuous tense. For example, let me just show you two pictures, and from these two pictures you can differentiate and know the difference between the past simple and the past continuous tense. For the first picture here, when Mary arrived, we had dinner. This means that Mary arrived first and then we had dinner. And both sentences here are in the past. But in this picture, if you want to use the past and past continuous tense, it totally gives a different meaning. When Mary arrived, we were having dinner. This means that we already started dinner before Mary arrived. Then let me now ask you questions about these pictures to check your understanding. What was Mike doing at 8? Could you think about an answer? The correct answer is Mike was eating. How about Louise? What was she doing at 8? She was sleeping. She was in the middle of the action, which is sleeping. How about this picture? What was Mike doing at 10? He was playing tennis. What was Louise doing at 10? She was shopping. What was Mike doing at 3? He was reading the newspaper. What was she doing at 3? What was Louise doing at 3? She was swimming. What were Louise and Mike doing at 9? They were dancing. That's the end of this video. I hope you find it interesting and useful too. Share it with your friends to let them benefit too. And subscribe in my channel in order to be updated with my new videos. See you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.